It had been 2 years since I first attempted to ride my bike to the ocean at the end of the world. That journey had turned out to be filled with loneliness and disappointment, and those feelings had followed me on my way ever since. In pointing my wheels back towards that same ocean, would I finally be able to outride the past, or am I destined to keep reliving it?
Oh, I'm a weary boy on top of the world. Holy smokes, who knew there would be so many hills on top of the world?
Hi, my name is Forrest, and this is my bike, Shirley, and together we're on a journey to explore the world. Our return to the Arctic begins 1,800 kilometers away, where, after leaving Denali National Park, Shirley and I are awaited by a triple gauntlet of beautiful but rough northern highways. First up, the wild, remote Denali Highway takes us back east of the Alaska Range, where next, the breathtaking Top of the World Highway sees us leave Alaska and roll back down into the Yukon, before finally the long, brutal Dempster Highway will take us the final 900 kilometers to the Inuit village of Tuktoyaktuk and the shores of the Arctic.
Alright, hello everyone. I believe this should be video number 2, which is pretty scary. Today I'm riding on the confusingly named Denali Highway, which is a 200 kilometer gravel highway connecting nowhere to nowhere Alaska pretty much, but it should be gorgeous. It should be very quiet. They only plowed the road about like a week ago. Right now I've got about a week's worth of food to get me to the town of Tok, which is about 560 kilometers from here, depending on the route you take. And yeah, from what I can tell, there's not really going to be any guaranteed food resupplies along the way. So we're running heavy, but we're prepared. It's still snowing out here. It's a very white day, very cloudy. All the mountains around me are just, you can barely tell them apart from the sky. We're about 1 week until June now, and it's still snowing. So I'm looking forward to summer whenever it does come. Feeling pretty nervous, I guess. I feel like the hardest part about taking a trip this long is just the kind of need to like start over every time you hit a milestone. For the last few weeks, I've had that kind of momentum of getting to Denali to carry me forward, whereas now I got to restart. Basically, the odometer resets to 0.
This is the coolest animal I've ever seen in my life, man. What is that thing? What the heck is that? What is that? What the fuck? What is that? It's not a porcupine. What? Oh my god, what is that? That is the coolest thing I've ever seen, man. He's running. He's off. Whoa. That is so cool. On a cold, grey, second morning on the highway, I was lucky enough to cross paths with Dale, who offered the kind of kindness which, although common in Alaska, never ceased to astonish me.
Mozzarella sticks.
That's good.
A bunch of those.
Oh, thank you.
And
Yeah?
got big bars.
All right, thank you.
That's one thing that I've always admired Alaskans about, is that they take care of people.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, I saw that, you know, from the first time I got here, and then a couple of scrapes I got myself into over the years and stuff like that. And Alaskans are always just willing to help.
All right, thank you so much.
I
I
really
honestly, really, I can't, like, this is just massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good day to just kind of rest up.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, all
right,
the best,
boys.
Dale. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I'll send you a message when I make it out.
Okay, please do.
All right, all the best. Man, some people are so kind, man. Oh my boy, Dale pulls up, gives me water, Gatorade, fig bar, bagel sandwich. Like, oh my god, it's just incredible. Oh, that's so huge, man. That's so huge. Ah, wow. Oh, that's gonna get me through the day, man. For real. For real. I was feeling pretty rough to start the day. Okay. Well, there's a lodge slash cafe in about 30 kilometers, so I think I'll aim for that, you know, as my kind of bare minimum, I guess. Oh, thank you so much, Dale. Actually such a hero. At the end of a slow, wet day on the highway, I was astonished to learn that Dale's generosity had extended further than I could even fathom. So basically last night I pulled up to this lodge that exists on the side of the highway here. Just kind of this nice little remote mountain lodge. And so I pull in and I say, hey, can I have a coffee and charge up my stuff? And they say, yeah, are you Forrest? And I'm like, yeah, you guys have heard of me? And they say, yeah, Dale, who stayed here last night, he called ahead and he's offered to pay for your room for tonight. So Dale, the guy from the side of the road who gave me water and snacks, and I was honestly over the moon at just that. And then I rocked up to this lodge and find I have a warm place to stay last night. It was just astonishingly kind, you know, like I was gobsmacked, because yeah, it ended up being pretty useful, because it snowed a lot last night. I feel like I'll spend a lifetime paying forward the kindness that these Alaskans have shown me, you know. Yeah, I'm going to be riding into the rain today. Hopefully it doesn't take its toll too bad. I mean, I've got all my waterproof gear on. Massive thank you to Dale. I really can't fathom that just unprompted kindness from a complete stranger.
It would turn out that Dale's gift couldn't have come at a better time, as with all day rain and snow, I was about to undertake what would become the most challenging and perilous day of the trip so far. This is probably one of the most surreal experiences of my life. It's currently about 9 p.m. I'm on top of this mountain pass, and there is just no sense of time or space or anything up here. I haven't seen a car or anything in a few hours. I think this might be the most alone I've ever been. Like, this is just crazy. Laying in my tent, I remembered the last time I had felt so overwhelmed by a cold, wet, northern road. Back then, I had felt devastatingly alone. And although tonight I can see how close I came to my limit, thanks to Dale's kindness, in some small way, I don't feel alone.
It is now day 4 on the Denali highway, and I think I'm ready to be done with this place. To be completely honest, it's freaking snowing again. All my stuff is wet. My tent's wet. My food's wet. So yeah, it's about 40 kilometers of highway left. 2 more. kind of mountain passes to get through, and hopefully from there it's all downhill, because the like lower elevation parts of Alaska are actually quite nice right now. It's literally just this one spot that's still in winter, so I'm so ready to get out of here. So should be a good motivation to get some good mileage in today, because the further I get, the warmer it'll be, I suspect. So God, the snow's really moving at an angle today. Hit me in the face. Well, this is not exactly what you want to wake up to. It looks like some critter found my food stash last night. Got all my Snickers, which is pretty upsetting. I think they may have gotten all my granola bars, which is pretty sad. Oh, my granola bars. Yeah. Yeesh. Alright, well, it's gonna be a couple of days of oatmeal and yeah, not much else. They got my jerky. Oh God. I better clean this up as well, hey? I wonder what it was, hey? Was it a bear? Or was it just like a smart bird? Seeing a very appetizing target. I don't know. Anyway, that's how my day's gonna start. Yeah, that was the bag of cookies, so I think they've got into that. The other bad news is that I have a 4-kilometer hill to start the day. So thank you, me from yesterday, for that nice little treat you've left me with. But the good news is that it looks like it's going to be a pretty glorious, spectacular day, really. Yeah, what more could I ask for, eh? So yeah, I'm going to push up this hill, and then another hill, and then another hill, and yeah, then another, and then I think I'll be most of the way to chicken. What are the odds there's a KFC in town, do you reckon? 50-50? Yeah. Sorry. Alrighty, I just had my chain snap, which I was a bit worried was gonna happen. It felt like it was struggling yesterday and today. And yeah, it should be possible to, I mean, I've got spare chain, I've got spare quick links, so it should be possible to fix. It's just a question of how much longer the chain's got in it, because I'm going to be remote for another 5+ weeks maybe. Alright. How am I going to do this? Yeah. We got it fixed. Little bit dirty work, you know, but oh well. I guess I'm a fool, as Steely Dan would say. But we don't mind getting our hands a little bit dirty. I just hope I can get another like 2,000 kilometers out of this chain. Alrighty, so I just had the chain snap on me for a second time in about 10 minutes. So yeah, we're definitely in dire straits, and I don't hear no Sultan swinging. So what I've done is I've used some spare chain links that I had to kind of bring the length back up a little bit. So yeah, let's see how my handyman skills hold up. My mum loves to tell me that I'm not the handy one in the family, and she's definitely not wrong. But bit by bit, we try to move the needle a little bit. So we're getting there. All right. We're getting there, Shirley. Yes, that's it. Oh my goodness. Woo! Against, oh God, my eye. That is the hottest hill I've ever done. This is incredible. Look at this. I'm waking up. I'm packing up my bike for the first time, and I see in this little pocket, look, a treat. Actual angels, dude. Oh my God. So I should make it to Dawson City today. Today's my 19th straight day on the bike. Found it. It must have hit this tiny tree. Big ol' hailstone, hey? Oh yeah, we needed some of that.
I roll through Dawson City, feeling relieved and victorious. Maybe I am finally ready for the road that lies ahead. However, while in Dawson, I find that Shirley's rear rim has begun to crack and bend. With the nearest bike shop hundreds of kilometers south, I try my best to ignore it for now and hope that we can still make it. But as I begin to feel the weight of the journey that lies ahead, those aren't the only cracks which are beginning to rise to the surface. Two years earlier, I'm at the airport, Recovering from a long, hard breakup, I need to leave home to try and move on with my life, and I only have one idea: to fly to the opposite side of the world, start riding, and not stop until the past is left behind. I ride north towards the Arctic. It's freezing, it's pouring rain, and within a day, it's more than I can handle. I miss home, I miss warmth, I miss my old life. The following day, I give up on the ride and take a car the final 200 kilometers to the end of the road. The cold and the wet is more than I can handle, so I take a flight south and try to ride my bike some more. I dream vaguely of crossing continents, of seeing a new world, of forgetting the one I left behind. I ride and I ride and I ride, but still I'm alone. Before I know it, I've given up on the bike. I try to lose myself in the things people do when rebuilding their life. Work, travel, new relationships. But inevitably, things fall apart and I find myself alone again. For 13 months, I move through the world alone. I eat, I work, I go to bed, and I wake up alone. My life in those years comes to feel defined by failure. I failed to reach the Arctic. I failed to move on. I failed to find joy or purpose in a life on my own. And now, 2 years later, I once again find myself with only one idea.
I guess I just worry that if there's not a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, am I going to keep chasing rainbows for much longer, you know? I can't believe it's still 600 kilometers away, man. I'm just sort of missing everything today. God, I'd love to have a beer, but like, you know, not hiding in my tent from mosquitoes. Actually, like back home with friends and family and stuff. I'm just sick of this freaking day, man. I'm sick of this road. I don't want to be here right now. I've been riding for 5 hours today and I've gone 45 kilometers. See, we go down and then we're going up, 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 up over that ridge there. And then we're done for the day, so lovely.
cracks are starting to spread, which is sort of what I was afraid of. So there's one big one there, and then there's another one there, and I mean even these ones are starting to show. And then up here, you know, on the opposite side, there are little kind of cracks, and in the other side as well. Oh god. So my rear wheel is now fairly consistently hitting the side wall of the frame. Yeah. I don't know what I can do about it. It just gets you really anxious when stuff's kind of deteriorating on you like this. So I'm stressed as hell, to be honest. Despite my increasingly anxious frustrations about my broken bike on the long, rough road, I held on to hope that Shirley and I might succeed in our journey, and tried my best to appreciate each day we got to spend traveling north. Ask me why I'm hiking up this gravelly ass hill at 10 o'clock at night. I must have lost my dang mind, man. Well, the view is not much different to what I could see down there. It's pretty special. But I'll tell you what it is different. It is about 900% more windy up here. This is crazy. Alright. Let's get back down, eh? Wow. Alrighty, well, Shirley, I don't know how much further we're gonna make it, but I think this is officially the last hill on the Dempster Highway. So you've done damn well, girl. Thank you very, very much. Alright, let's do it, eh? Let's bomb this downhill. Well, this is an interesting development. It now seems to be a thunderstorm, and there's lightning just a few kilometers away. So, yeah, geez. I don't know, hey, man. Ah, frickin' heck, man, this is bad. I don't like this. Yeah, so I think Shirley's officially done. So in a last-ditch effort, I kind of tried to true the wheel a little bit. True the wheel, really just kind of trying to tighten the holes I could tighten and loosen the ones I could loosen to try and get the wheel back a little bit more straight. But because the rim is so weak, I've basically had 3 massive holes pull through
where it's basically 1, 2, 3, and basically those spokes are now, I mean, they're now useless, right? And they're 3 pretty close to each other, so the wheels just lost all integrity. It's just tough, man, you know? Yeah, it sucks. Like, I gave it everything I had, and so did Shirley, you know? Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I don't know which way I kind of feel like going. I'm just a bit devastated, I suppose. Yeah, we just got so close. It's only another 300 kilometers to the ocean, and I was hoping we would be able to limp there, but we just couldn't do it, man. So I'm not sure if this is just going to be a failed attempt, and just an all-around kind of letdown, I suppose.
I had come back to reach the Arctic. I had come to leave the past behind. I had come to find proof that I was no longer that same lost person. And once again, I had failed. As the rain returned and evening came, there was still another 10 kilometers to the nearest town. Beginning the slow, devastated walk, a group of locals pulled up beside me. Seeing I was in trouble, they offered me a lift into town, a place to stay, and warm food. It being summer above the Arctic Circle, we stayed up late into the endless twilight, exchanging stories from our vastly different lives. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of strangers who had offered up their kindness so unconditionally, I didn't care that I had fallen short. I didn't resent the long, hard path that had led me there. After experiencing such kindness and humanity time and time again, I knew that it was finally time to offer that same kindness to myself. Every failure, every heartbreak, every decision regretted have led me to the road that I was now on. And for the first time in my life, I was grateful to see myself in that naive, heartbroken, completely overwhelmed, lost, young adventurer. All right. I guess I got some explaining to do, hey? So, it was about 4 nights ago now that my back wheel completely gave in. And when that happened, I was about 10 kilometers from the town of Fort McPherson. It's about 9 o'clock at night. It's gonna take me 2 hours to walk 10 kilometers with a broken bike. As I'm making that walk, thankfully a few locals pull up and they see I'm in trouble. They offer me a ride
into town. And not only that, they offer me a place to stay for the night. It seems like the whole town has kind of seen me riding over the last few days. And when they hear I'm broken down, a lot of people come to check on me and to wish me well, give me food, give me Gatorade, all sorts of stuff. Not only that, they mentioned that it may be possible to get stuff shipped up from Whitehorse in about a day because they have regular air freight that they do. I can get it shipped up pretty quickly to the next town north called Inuvik. And so the next day I decided, well, screw it, you know, there's no harm in hitchhiking to the next town, Inuvik, and I'll see if I can find a lead on a wheel to get shipped up. And so I hitch a ride. It takes me a few hours to finally get a ride to town, but this guy stops and his name is Andrew, and he is a retired mechanic, and so he gives me a ride to town. And not only that, but what he does that's huge is he teaches me how to remove the cassette. He makes sure I know how to do everything that I might need to do when I get a new wheel delivered, if I can get a new wheel delivered. And basically he solves one half of the problem, which is knowing how to install a wheel. And the other half of the problem, finding a wheel, proves not too straightforward. So basically I call pretty much every bike shop in the Yukon, of which there are not many. But I do get one lead, which is that one of the bike stores has recently sold a compatible wheel to a bike mechanic, an independent bike mechanic in the town of Dawson City. And so I follow that lead. I message this girl and she says, yeah, I still have your wheel. It's sitting in my stock. It's not you know, being used for anything. Her sister drops it off at the airport and ships it up to me, and about 24 to 36 hours later I'm sitting with a brand new wheel in my lap. And thanks to my man Andrew, who drove me up and showed me what to do, I was able to install the wheel pretty much all by myself. So I now have a brand new wheel on Shirley, and we are just 150 kilometers, so hopefully about a day and a half's ride from the Arctic Ocean. So basically, through just the sheer miracle of modern logistics and communication, added with just the incredible willingness to help of a few people, Shirley and I are now back on track to ride our wheels all the way to the Arctic Ocean, where it is currently frozen, but surely will be beautiful. Yeah, we got 24-hour daylight up here, which is pretty gnarly. So Shirley and I are gonna do these 150 kilometers at whatever schedule we feel like, really. If I'm riding north into the sun, that's spectacular, man. So let's see how we go.
and he is literally arriving now in front of the sign, the Arctic Ocean. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. I've got a little video for you.
Alrighty, so here we are, the Arctic Ocean once again. Yeah, it is chilly this morning. It's been so hot yesterday. It was like 25 degrees, and then once you get close to the ocean, it just has such a chilling effect. But yeah, I'm super glad to be done with this highway. I'll give it a few a few weeks, and I'm sure I'll look back on it fondly. But yeah, this was really challenging 2 weeks, even aside from the horrendous mechanical issues, just the kind of mental gauntlet of, 900 or maybe like 750 kilometers that I ended up riding has been just crazy. So yeah, it's honestly beautiful to be back at the Arctic Ocean after almost 2 years, and this time to have got myself here pretty much via my own leg power. It's just really beautiful to kind of close the loop on these last 2 years of kind of traveling and I guess rebuilding life a little bit. Yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.